and it's actually kind of scary right now. There's no trees.
So they sent me up to the top of the hill to like scout out to see if it was safe up there, but it wasn't. It was just more top of the hill after that, so I came running back down.
And we retreated a little bit downhill to this little creek and set up as fast as we could. Well, the three of us set up.
Yeah, I didn't.
He kind of hunkered down under his rain fly or
Yeah,
rain
I tried.
jacket.
Man. It takes forever to set up my tent. I'd have been soaked regardless.
And then an hour went by and it's still raining and lightning, and he started like shivering and getting cold. And
hypothermia was starting to do its thing.
yeah, so luckily he was able to set up his tent.
Yeah, there was a nice little lull in the storm. Gave me a couple minutes to set my stuff up.
Got the old comfies on, waiting out a stinking storm. How's it look out there? Casper the Friendly Ghost is not that great.
So yeah, so we hunkered down and we eventually all fell asleep, and we stayed in our tents for
18 hours.
18 hours
That stuff's so good.
in our tents. And then it stopped. And the sunrise was pretty spectacular.
Oh, it was epic, man. Double rainbows coming out.
Double rainbows. It was.
Had a tick on my neck.
I wish I'd have seen it.
Got some rainbow action going on. And a pretty sick sunrise. That's a cute little guy. He just winked at me. Hey, bud. You survived the storm, eh? Good morning. It's 11 a.m. and we're just starting. Our latest start yet. Because this is where we almost died. There's a big lightning storm, and as you can see, I'm the tallest thing for miles and miles and miles. And the storm got crazy big. And right about here, the four of us felt lightning. It struck within 100 feet, and we all felt it. We all dropped to the ground. It was scary. We thought one of us got hit directly, but luckily we didn't. And then we didn't know what to do, because what do you do? And so we ended up deciding to retreat down there to that little creek and set up our tents. Everything was soaking wet, and yeah, it was like 4 o'clock, and then we stayed in our tents, made dinner, spent the night. Kept raining all night and this morning, and it finally stopped at like 9 o'clock, 9:30. So back on trail. Glad to be alive. Yeah, and then we hiked out of there, getting closer to the winds, which means we're getting closer to the snow. There's a big old rabbit hole here. Or I guess hair hole. It's like a game, like Super Mario Brothers. You gotta hop on all these lava things. It's fun. Pro tip: when you see snow and you have a cocktail mixed and it's kind of warm, put some ice in it. Made it to this river, which is kind of cool. Like one of our first big rivers on the trail. Look at all these bats.
I did not want to spit that out.
Did you say look at that?
This is awesome. I don't know what you say, but I like
See
it.
if I can get my stakes in the ground.
I can set up here.
And I ended up getting drunk and floated down the river on my little foam pad, which is kind of fun. No place I'd rather be.
He was balls in to jump on his mat.
Pro tip, use the wind to fluff your bag.
Next day we had a road walk. Dung beetles doing dung beetle stuff. Playing? Oh, he's stopping. He's slowing down. And this guy in a vehicle drove past us. We talked to him for a little bit. He turned around, and on the way back we put our thumbs and he picked us up.
Not all of us. Some of us had already walked into town by that time.
That's what you get for getting up at 4:30 in the morning.
We
No,
were nice
but-
enough to drive around and find him, though.
So we got like, what?
Thanks. For not just leaving me in a random town.
So that was like, we got like 4 free miles or 5, whatever it was.
Like 13 to town.
Yeah, about 5. Yeah, well, we had hiked.
Oh, you
a
actually
bunch
walked?
of it.
Oh,
We walked
good for you
some.
guys.
So we shaved 5 miles off our big, fat, juicy hike.
And he was going to Lander, and that's where we were going, so he dropped us off. And I had to hitch back to Rawlins to get my van, which somehow took a lot longer than it should have. It took a couple hours, but I made it. It was all good.
It's water out of the fridge.
Yeah. And then I picked these guys up. They were a little tipsy.
Us?
In a public park.
in a
Oh, I do
park.
remember that.
And then we went to the free camping in town at the city park.
Yeah.
You can camp for free at
That's
the
a
city
really
park.
nice park, too. That's a really
Yeah.
nice park.
So we set up camp, and then there was a beer fest going on. We checked that out. Check it.
It makes no difference if I take the blame. I got more women.
What else did we do?
That's it. That's all we ever did.
That's all we did. We drank, and I remember Count died that night.
No,
Yes.
I was fine that night, but she asked me what's wrong with me. She asked me what's wrong with me. Like, I feel like it started that night.
Yeah, oh, it definitely
Yeah.
started that night.
Oh, to
Yeah.
be determined, to be continued.
To be continued, like this fool gets sicker than a dog.
These guys gifted me some alcohol, and I was fine.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, we don't say that stuff, huh?
Whoa, this is our mom's watch this.
Yeah, there was no alcohol, Mom. 21 and over.
No.
This is medicine.
No.
I can blurp that out. he gave us blip and blurp.
Plenty of blurp to go around. I got blurp and blurped up in my tent. It was nice.